crowdfund investor, love of adventure. I'll finally meet every idol of mine. Franchise dissector, merchandise detector. Yes, 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 yes. You're a big weirdo. You're a big weirdo. Yes, 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 yes. Join this weird fandom with me. Join this weird fandom with me.
I may not be a 10, but I'm a natural 20. I was lonely back then, here I am one of many. I can't wait till the time when the weekdays are gone. Got a goal, don't wait up, heading straight to the con.
Yes, 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 yes. We're all big weirdos. We're all big weirdos. Yes, 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 yes. And we'll make this one a hit. We'll make this one a hit.
Testing, mic check. Cinnamon buns, cinnamon buns, cinnamon buns. Hello, hello, friendos. My name is Nez, and we are once again back at it again for some more MonsterCon Sundays. As today, we're gonna be romancing a horse person. Horse girly pops in chat. It is finally your time. It is your week to spew whatever horse nonsense you have into the chat. Make me understand. Make me understand. Outside of Uma Musume, the appeal of horses, of Hanses. You got an order for cinnamon buns? Still no mic? No, we've checked. It is Sawyer time. Hello, hello, kitty. Venus, Zala, bag of groceries. Brony's not welcome? What? I'm not welcome as an ex-brony. I take offense to that. Anyway, how's everyone been this past week? Since the last stream, I've actually caught up on everything that I've wanted to watch so far in my backlog. I've watched the pilot for Knights of Guinevere. That was great. Can't wait to see more of that. Probably gonna be a few months before we actually get any new content. Any new content or the full series. Full season 1 at least. Aside from that, I've also watched the pilot for Homestuck. Let's just say it was perfect. The Homestuck animated pilot by Visipop. Not Visipop. Whatever Spindleroo, whatever production company they got going on. It was perfect. / derogatory. Take that how you will. I think it was... I thought it was great. It was so incomprehensible if you do not understand Homestuck. I've never read Homestuck, and it was also incomprehensible if you actually did know Homestuck. Just like the start of the series itself. That was great. Did not expect that much cussing from Tobias Foxington, though. It's John Egbert. I feel like there's no other person on this planet that could do a John Egbert as good as Tobias Foxington. He's now the canon voice, at least. Homestuck was written as if it was by Visipop. No, worse. It was written by Hussey. Hussey's credited for writing the pilot. Take that as you will. You can't stay too long. You're meeting up with a friend. Good luck. Have fun. Or whichever works. Just got back with a date with your girlfriend watching Taylor Swift's release party for a showgirl. I've heard a lot about the album on the internet. Congrats or my condolences, whichever works. I think Swifties are on suicide watch, apparently. That's all I've been getting from the past 24 hours. Yeah, Glitch is a company that made Knights of Guinevere, and Splinderoo, whatever it's called, made the Homestuck pilot. A lot of people seem to have gripes about how Dave Strider was adapted into animated form, expecting him to be, I don't know, nonchalant, less emotional than he should have been on screen, and all I gotta say is, it's a different medium. The animated, being an animated thing is so much different than being a webcomic. Dave Strider would not work as well if he was just an emotional, aloof, cool guy, Giga Chad, in animated form. So I like the way that they adapted Dave Strider. Also, Rose, no complaints about how they adapted Rose. Fan favorite Jade Harley. I think they nailed her. They nailed Jade. Plus, the big fight, the big strife between John and Dad Egbert. That was great. I've been watching reactions. I've been watching reactions from non-Homestuck people to the Homestuck pilot. A lot of people are confused. It's so funny. Why are they fighting? Why is it called a strife specibus? Look, man. It wasn't explained either in the first 100 chapters. Dave was so fun though. Dave was fun. Look at the sky, numbnuts. Adrano's Australian division of Spindle Horse. Ah, I see. Why did they fight? Because conflicts in the Homestuck universe operate on video game logic. Like Scott Pilgrim. Even if it's just a minor disagreement, it turns into a strife, which is represented as a fight. It's video game logic. Don't think too hard about it. There would always be complaints. I would have it no other way. If the Homestuck pilot was 100% non-controversial, it ain't Homestuck. I would have preferred it if it was controversial. So for those non-Homestuck people at least, John wanted to play the video game that he was waiting for. Dad got in the way because he was being a doting father. He wanted to celebrate John's birthday with him, but John just wanted to play the video game that he ordered with his friends. Typical teenage stuff, which ended up in a strife. That's it. It's a simple disagreement. You had never read Homestuck nor watched the tune. Anyway, aside from that, I've actually been playing Hades 2 this week. I rolled credits a couple days ago. Just gotta say, solid 9 out of 10. Almost everything about Hades 2 has been a step above and beyond the original, except for the story. I kind of feel like the ending was a bit rushed, and I feel like it's not a bad ending. It's just that it didn't have enough lead up for it to be a satisfying ending, and I think it faltered right then and there. At least for Hades 2. Hades 1, I still remember that ending. We streamed our way to roll credits for Hades 1 years ago. I didn't decide to stream Hades 2 this time just because I wanted this one for me personally. But yeah, aside from that, I had a lot of fun with Hades 2. Definitely a recommend, even if the ending was a bit and it needed more development leading up to it. But overall, gameplay-wise, 9 out of 10. Still my game of the year so far. You wish they had at least explained why they were fighting? His dad was fun. Yeah, a lot of the parents in Homestuck, once they get introduced, they're super fun. Also, the big tease at the end, with all the trolls coming soon, question mark. God damn. How many views has it had within the last week? I'm pretty sure it was a successful pilot, engaging interest for a full season. How many seasons would it take to successfully adapt the entire Homestuck story? Let's not talk about it. We'll get there when we get there. Your cat is sleeping on your back? Cute. You tried getting a group into Homestuck and failed badly? Yeah, we all know the feeling. Let me tell you about Homestuck. Wow, it's been a decade since I've said that line. Date Everything is your game of the year so far, but you might be in the minority. I've sort of lost interest in Date Everything, mainly because I lose interest in a lot of video games which do not immediately hook me on the onset. I've watched some people play it. I don't think the writing might be for me. I feel like it's a bit too on the nose with wanting to date and fuck everything. And I say that as a monster fucker, as we are about to begin with our monster fuckery right now. I feel like Date Everything is kind of betrays the premise of being so freakish that you want to date everything inanimate and turn it into your romanceable. It kind of goes so far into it that it turns milquetoast and vanilla. Does that make sense? I have watched the content of Date Everything, not played it, but as far as I've seen, it goes so far into the premise that it feels kind of vanilla. It's kind of milquetoast, not gonna lie. Anyway, 100 seasons and 50 movies might get at least halfway into the Homestuck story. Well, you can date air and Date Everything, dang. Anyway, so today we are going to be romancing Sawyer, one of the relatively recently newly added characters to the Monster Prom franchise. They are NB. They were recently introduced in in camp. In camp as a playable character, methinks, or was that in Road Trip? They haven't had many solid outings in actual events, mainly because they've been a playable character mostly, but this time, we could actually date them. We could date them and learn more about the fascinating world of horses. They came from Road Trip. Okay, they were a playable character in Road Trip. Let's play. Let's go a one-player. Regular game. Kawaii Future Base. Spooky Con. For some, it was just a nerdy convention, but for us, it was 4 days to celebrate our many passions and obsessions fiercely, unapologetically. And we weren't alone. Regardless of what you loved, you could always find people who'd make you feel seen and understood. Anywhere else, we might have been seen as weirdos and misfits. But here we could finally feel like, no matter who we were, we belonged. Who are we? Who would be the best player character to romance Sawyer? Now, if you don't know yet, we're not gonna be min-maxing this time. We're gonna be max-minning. We're gonna be max-minning our boldness. Who is the least bold among the playable characters at the moment? Probably either Oz or Sadie. I think we should go with... We haven't played as Oz in so many months. Let's go with Oz. Least bold would probably be Sadie, yes. However, we haven't played as Oz in a while.
I hope they like my cosplay.
But as dreamy as Spooky Con was, it also came with its own set of pressures, some of which we already knew so well. At the end of those 4 days, the after-party loomed over our heads, posing that one evergreen question. Would we get a date for that night? As uncertainty plagued our hearts, we couldn't help but think of the 6 hottest nerds at the con.
Cool.
Zoe, an eldritch cutie who went from endless dating and harbinger of destruction to author of renowned fanfic Liam Prom.
That's an awful idea.
Liam de Leoncourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was a truly lovable dork.
Hooray!
Doug Campbell, a kind-hearted slime that was incredibly broke from supporting all the fandoms that he loved. Omen, an evil overlord who was recently freed from imprisonment in exchange for giving up her passion for stabbing people.
I have the
Nico Sharp, an over-the-top mimic who preferred cosplay over shape-shifting, even if they weren't the best at getting into character. And April 1st, a clown idol who was contractually obligated to bottle up all of her non-camera-ready emotions inside cute mascots. It had to be one of them, but who? We had 4 days to gather some courage and shoot our shot. What was the worst that could happen? Being rejected and alone for the rest of our lives. Ha! We've had our fair share of love and rejection. This surely wasn't our first rodeo. And as we had grown to know ourselves better, we realized we felt more confident. Tell us 3 things that we like. Horses, apparently. Which choices are the least bold here? Definitely not collecting katanas. Probably not drunken karaoke. Yaoi. I don't know about that though. Which stats do we need for them? We need the lowest of low boldness, basically. Fine. Smartness is always counter bold. Yaoi it is. And dad joke t-shirts. choose our top 3 favorite Pokemans. Definitely not the red flag in the bow. Goofy mans, fun mans, and charming mans. We weren't new to all of this, so this time we challenge ourselves with a goal other than finding love. With the support of Zoe and Liam, we have decided to take on a project we have been putting off for too long.
What should I
Making
write?
our own comic. We had so many ideas and yet we always found excuses not to work on them. But the con was the perfect setting to find inspiration and go for it. Chat, is Sawyer in any of these comics that we could choose? I don't quite remember if they are in any of these comics. Otherwise, we could always just go comic strip for Garfield. I don't think there are many bold choices in the comic strip. They aren't in any? Okay. I would like to go for comic strip. The fear of failure had stopped us for too long. But then we reminded ourselves of the one thing that always kept us going. That we were young and afraid. And we were ready to start. It is time!
Really?
For a day 1. We got 7 boldness, that's sick. We're nearly there. Gotta avoid the expo though. Let us go to the vendors. You find the portrait artist at the artist alley. Apparently he could accurately portray your soul. You've always wondered what your soul looks like. Puff, small and cute. Hey, maybe it's ginger-haired. No, it's just you with a weird blue glow around you. But hey, the blue glow surely adds to charm to your looks. You, Liam, Doug, and April are browsing cute magical girl figurines when you find some that are suspiciously wonky.
Art is dead.
These are some of the worst knockoffs I've ever seen. Astral Princess's skirt is red, not pink. Do better.
Liam, don't be so negative. After all, isn't pink a shade of red? If you squint your eyes, this almost looks official. Yeah, we have some perspective, Liam. Look at the next stand. Those are some bad knockoffs.
What the fudge?
Oh wow, those are bad. I don't think any amount of squinting can save them.
We could probably choose buff bugs and zodiac thirst later if the only requirements is low boldness, yes. But also, we might randomly get max boldness with buff bugs.
Yeah, if this were a contest for which knockoffs were the most knocked off, those would win.
You think those knockoffs are better than mine? I got way better stock than those ugly little shits. Let me bring out the good stuff. The seller sets out to sell some knockoff figurines that truly push the boundaries of what could be considered merch. Huh, that's the best you got. Check this out. He brings out some knockoffs that push the boundaries of what could even be considered figurines or plastic. The first seller sets out a new batch with creepy, off-putting expressions like they're laughing at God. They're Labubu's. The next batch of figurines seem to constantly morph and dissolve. They leak strange oozes. If you listen closely, you could hear their subtle yet unsettling screams.
Stop it, both of you. You're scaring me.
I'm no believer, but I suspect these knockoffs are getting so off that they risk defying God and incurring divine wrath.
Save us, Nez.
Normally you'd call that an overreaction, but the latest batch of knockoffs are diffracting the waves of reality, so yeah, you should do something. These bastards don't fear God. Instill the fear of God in them by performing a tragedy about the gods punishing knockoffs. This is creative. Conjure the most powerful spell against the knockoff sellers. The cease and desist! Instill the fear. There's an off chance that this also might be bold by instilling fear. Let's not risk it. We'll go with the cease and desist, probably the smarty pants option. You cast the cease and desist spell. 2 businesswomen appear in a puff of smoke.
Hello. What are you doing here, Miss Managers? Do you own the rights to Astral Princess? We represent the shell corporation within the media conglomerate that controls most forms of entertainment, government, and snack foods. In other words, what don't we own the rights to? Now listen, you two. You have to stop selling these knockoffs or we'll take you to court. And nobody wants that, right?
You can't sue us. Most of these knockoffs are so bad they aren't even recognizable as Astral Princess. They're legally distinct.
That is technically true. This one's basically just a blob in a skirt.
True, but we've trademarked skirts, so it still belongs to us.
You can't just trademark the concept of skirts.
Oh, I think you'll find that we could hire enough lawyers to convince a jury that we can.
In the end, the knockoff sellers agreed to knock it off.
I don't know.
Gee, that was kinda bleak. I don't think we were the good guys team in that conversation.
We did what we had to save the world. Monopolized corporate hellscape is still better than divine wrath over knockoff abominations.
Cheer up, Doug. We'll do what I always wanted when I'm feeling glum about capitalism. Buy a little treat and stop thinking about it.
We all need a little treat. It might need a miracle to make them good cause magic isn't gonna work. Nah, we just need a cease and desist. Also, two ruthless businesswomen. Girl bossing and gaslighting.
Oh, my favorite!
You all treat yourselves to an ice cream sundae to forget the horrors of capitalism. You gain 2 smarts for lawyering up, but lose 2 creativity.
But I'm not prepared.
Where shall we go next? What are we? The silly! We're the silly guy. Let's go to the hotel.
You're in front of the hotel wasting time. A taxi stops right in front of you, because why else would you be standing there doing nothing? You're too embarrassed to tell the driver, so you get in until he takes you for a ride. Wow, this city is great. Skyscrapers, several neoplastism museums, suspicious holes in the ground. No wonder they set up the con here. This truly is one of the top cities worldwide. Too bad they aren't locations in the game, so there's no art of them. But you can imagine them in your head. Gain 2 creativity in the process. Later, you finally made it in front of the line to enter the con, which means there's bound to be conflict. But because that's how your life always seems to go. Stop right there, sir. We can't let you enter with a brandished weapon.
Such is the way of the blade.
First of all, Jay the Ronin does not answer to sir, only sensei. Second, this katana is made of con-compliant plastic.
I know, I wasn't talking to you, Mix. I'm talking to your armed vampire friend here.
What?
Me? But I don't have a weapon. Yes, you do. In your hand. We can't let you bring a book into the con. It's too dangerous. What?
You're always telling me to divest myself of knives, yet you bring a weapon yourself? You hypocrite.
Books aren't weapons, Omen. Besides, you always somehow manage to have a knife on you anyway. You're wrong. Books are dangerous here. This is a convention for nerd stuff, like comics, or those Japanese comics that you read backwards for some reason. And everyone knows books are the natural enemy of comics.
But they're also books. Don't let the cops know that.
We can't allow a book in here. A bookworm comic nerd battle would cost countless civilians.
Don't be ridiculous.
This is stupid. I'm 100% sure they're even selling books inside.
There are weapons dealers at the con? Oh, that's so hardcore.
Those aren't real books. They're picture books or rule books for complicated games. It's not the same.
Right.
Between Liam's stubbornness and the security guard's stupidity, this argument could last forever. Convince the guards to let Liam's book into the con.
2 events in, we've already seen events that we've never seen before. Take the attention off Liam by yelling that you have a bomb. Too bold for me. End the book comic rivalry by introducing the shared enemy, the Shreddersaurus. Okay, that also seems too bold for me. Wait a minute. Why do these two seem like they're both bold? That's gonna be a problem. I think... I think the Shreddersaurus is more bold than yelling that we have a bomb, if that even makes sense. Yeah.
Ah, yes, a classic diversion, if you could pull it off without being deported.
I've got a bomb in my bag and I'm not afraid to use it.
Oh, shit. What do we do, partner? We shouldn't let someone bring a bomb into the con. True, but if we focus on this alleged terrorist, we'll lose focus on the book nerd. Oh no, it's so hard to keep two rowdy suspects under control. Should we just shoot them both? That's tempting, but the chief did tell us to try and think of alternatives to shooting people to make the situation easier to handle. Seriously, but shooting people removes potential suspects and saves a lot of time. Doesn't the chief understand math at all? Math! You're starting to sound like a nerd, partner. That damned book is making you a dork by proxy. Quick, shoot the bookworm! No, don't! No, partner. It's too late. Oh, my head hurts. I'm having too many ideas. I think I'm a nerd now. Don't give up on me. Come on, let's get you some cocaine and strippers. You'll be back to your old self in no time. Oh, good idea. The chief won't like us abandoning our post, but at the end of the day, someone's gotta guard the security guards. And so they leave. You can finally enter with Liam's book, and I guess a bomb, if you really had one. Take 2 boldness and negative crate. What?
How was the Shreddersaurus not the bold option?
I'm scared of big crowds.
Huh. Well, shit. Anyway. Maybe as long as we stay under 10 boldness, we'll be fine. Can't get any worse than this. Otherwise, we could always fish for the randomizer gotcha. You sit down to watch a panel on how to break the ice and make friends at cons. Panelists admit that they have no idea they hoped hosting a panel would force them into being more social. What an honest fella.
What's that? Did I think the bomb would be, I don't know, fun? Yelling bomb at an airport seems fun.
Don't do that. During the Q&A, a group asked the panelists if they could join them for some dinner and drinks. It did work! You gain 2 smarts for learning the cool trick to break the ice. Next year, you may host a panel yourself. But you only went to that panel to kill time before the real event. April invited you, Doug, and Nico to hang out with her while she signs autographs today.
Whoa. This is so cool. I can't believe I get to be backstage at a real-life autograph signing. Do you think the president will come? The president is surely one of April's top subscribers. It isn't a matter of if, but when. Hi, I'm Cammy. You're an inspiration to me, April.
Nice to meet a fan.
Aw, you're an inspiration to me too, Kimmy. Am I making this out to you or a friend?
Okay, let me write that down.
You want April to write your name in my death note too? I promise nothing bad will happen. Heh.
You've got your 30 seconds of small talk, kid. You gotta keep the line moving. Next.
Hi, Miss Managers. Are you here to send me on break?
Of course not. Look at the line. You can't go on break now.
But I've been doing this for hours and my hand is really starting to cramp.
And what we love about you, April, is that you'll push through these setbacks like the contractually obligated professional that you are. Just remember what we taught you. If you have a bad feeling, put it in a balloon and let it fly away.
I know exactly who I want to make float.
Yeah, just like that. Finger guns. Ka-chow. You're a star, April. Don't let us down.
Oh, okay. I guess a little early onset carpal tunnel is just a price of fame.
Poor April and her first world problems. There's gotta be a way to give her a break without violating her contract. Have April spit on each person who comes through the line instead. It's faster, and most people would probably prefer it that way. Sell a page of April's diary to each fan. You can always make it up to her later by writing a new one.
Which is more bold? Spitting on people? That seems fun. It's kind of sexual. Yeah, okay. This isn't bold, surely.
I don't know.
I I don't think people would like to be subjected to that sort of thing. Actually,
says one of the fans.
we've all been discussing it and we'd like this better than the autographs. Still, I'm not sure my agency would agree to. If the audience likes it, we'll approve it. Make sure to charge extra if it's an overlarge loogie. Well, if it gives my wrist a break, I'm game. Who's next?
Hi, April. I'm your biggest fan.
I bet you are. The other 100 people who told me that today surely weren't lying. Oh, they were lying. What's your name? Ah, but April, that's the brilliance of this plan. Since there's no autograph, you don't need to know their names anymore. You could really speed this along. Aw, but maybe they want to be spit on after being greeted by name. It makes a nice exchange. I actually think I like it better if April spat on me and didn't even care about my name or my existence at all. Based?
Golly.
Oh, do you need a hug too? No thanks. Being spat on is more than enough.
April spits on the guy, who faints on the spot. That should have been me. Next person steps over him and gets the same treatment. The whole process goes over quite fast, like a line of dominoes.
Dang, April, you got this spitting thing down to a science. Can you teach me your moves? Thank you. The trick is in the initial snort. You gotta work those sinuses.
You all get sodas when she's done, as April's pretty dehydrated and you gain 2 bold. How is that the bold up? And we lose 2 creativity.
But I'm not prepared.
Things are not going our way. How are these bold?
I thought spitting on people would be fun. Is my idea of fun skewed and kinda freaky?
Don't answer that.
Well, there are more ways to be less bold.
You sit down to play a really complicated European board game. You don't want to make a fool of yourself, so you pick up the manual and start reading. Days pass, seasons change, cities crumble and are covered in sand. When you finish the manual, you find yourself alone in an empty post-apocalyptic wasteland. Just kidding, you fell asleep. But what you did get to read of the manual was too fun.
We should stay away from fun because it seems too close to boldness. I think our sense of fun is just kinda fucked up now.
You and Nico are roaming the community zone when you find Omen muttering to herself in the corner.
Hark, what ails you, foul-mouthed friend? I joined up with some people to play a tabletop game, but they kicked me out of the match for no fucking reason. I'm innocent, I tell you! I'm being unjustly maligned. Oh really? That isn't fair at all. Let me talk to them.
Hey, remember me?
Greetings, fellow warriors. I've heard tell that you kicked my friend out of your battle. You mean the Iron Maiden lady? Yeah, she was kinda being the worst. She barely knew the rules, she cheated on a few rules she did know, and she stabbed Kenny in the leg. Not cool.
Whimpers Kenny, who's using his Superman cape as a tourniquet for his wound.
I see. Yeah, they probably won't invite you back. Stabbing one of them was kind of extreme.
He looked at me funny. I rose to the challenge of my enemy.
Omen, look at me. You have no enemies. Nobody in this world deserves to get hurt.
Except for Kenny. Fuck that guy.
But I admit that you are more skilled in the arts of talking and being nice. How do you propose I convince them to let me rejoin their game, Nico? It would take a miracle, which is why Nez is a perfect man for the job.
Yup, this is your problem now. Coach Omen on how to behave so the tabletop gamers will take her back.
Having good manners is just learning a different way to say things. Well played is just code for I will kill you in your sleep, you bastard. It's too late for them to accept Omen. Just kidnap one of the players and wear their face as a too bold. Too bold. Okay, this one's pretty obvious this time. I think that's the bold option. But half of the fun of telling someone I will kill you in your sleep, you bastard, is seeing the look on their face when they know you mean it. The other half is the actual killing.
Come on, Omen. Think of this as just another battle. The battle of good manners. Omen, you're gonna go in that room and say please and thank you, like your life depends on it.
Okay.
Say it louder, darling.
Okay!
Oh, say it more politely.
It will be my pleasure.
And what do you say now?
Thank you for helping me.
Now you're talking.
You're welcome, soldier. Get in there.
Omen enters the room. You and Nico peek inside. They play the game again and Omen loses.
Well played.
Well, if I defeat you once, I'm playing well. If I defeat you twice, maybe you're just bad.
Omen stabs him in the chest.
Oops. Did I stab you?
Sorry, my bad.
And you? Would you allow me to stab you, please? Thank you very much.
Sounds legit.
Wow, she's being so polite. It's a small victory, but victory nonetheless. Proud of her!
Stab victims aside, this really is a big step for Omen. You gain 2 charm for good manners, but lose 2 boldness.
Why do we keep getting... Well, I think it's more important to get events that actually threaten your boldness, because it gives us opportunity to decrease it. Let us go and call up Sawyer. Call a friend at the friendomat. You invite. Wow, words are hard. You invite Sawyer to join you at the con. Sounds like fun. As soon as I'm done braiding Biscotti's mane, I'll ride her over. You're bringing your horsey to the con! See you in 48 hours. Sawyer, tell us, what is your type? Well, the one thing I yearn for is a simple, quiet existence. I see some of my friends talk about chasing the thrills of life, and that's just not me. It'd be nice to meet someone who prefers peace for a change. Yeah, we're desperately trying not to be bold. I think our nature betrays us. We're naturally chaotic. Even when trying not to be bold, we somehow end up being bold.
The con is a whirlwind of activity, an overstimulation, but somehow you find time to work on your comic. Time to brainstorm. Choose an alternate career in case your current one doesn't pan out. King of the Moon. Rock climber. Doctor in physics. A rectangle. When in doubt, choose the smarty pants option. What do you mean none of that decreased boldness? You're the protagonist of a weird isekai. The goddess can bestow one thing on you, choose wisely. The ability to vomit angry bugs. Feet. Feet for days. Gorgeous feet. Control over farts. The knowledge of milk-based curses. Smarty pants. Vomiting angry bugs is bold. Gee, I wonder what gave it away.
Really?
And now, let us go to... the hotel.
You're outside the con when you see a bunch of sleepy-looking people sitting down.
Hey, welcome to the Smokers Lounge.
One of them says to you,
There's no Smokers Lounge, so we decided to just make one. Want a puff?
You've seen too many PSAs to say yes to drugs, but you strike up a conversation with them while they get high off their asses. They might have interesting opinions on snacks, ASMR videos, and 2001: A Space Odyssey. Listening to them and inhaling their weed fumes gives you to creativity.
you guys ever been to a concert where you could clearly smell weed in the air? Yeah.
But who gives a damn? Sawyer's finally arrived. After helping them tie their horses' reins to the parking meter, you let them look at your schedule.
Biscotti's waiting at the parking lot. Any horse girly pops in chat? Is there a famous horse called Biscotti anywhere? And have they been gijinkified into an umamusme? You wanna go get autographs, huh? I wonder if I know some of the celebrities signing today. Oh my god, no way! They booked the horse who played the protagonist in my normal size horse. We have to meet him. Sure, what was my normal size horse about? Magical horses or something? Nah, magic and friendship are more of a pony thing. Horse's beauty shines brightest in mundane surroundings. My normal size horse is about a group of horses who live in an apartment in Manhattan. It focuses on the minutiae of their everyday lives. It's a slice of life with horses in New York. So it's like a horse version of Seinfeld. What's Seinfeld? Never mind.
You get to the main stage and are surprised to see that there's no line for the horse's autograph. Sawyer approaches it with almost spiritual awe.
can I have your hoof print, Mr. Horse?
Of course you can, says the horse's handler. You're low-key disappointed that the horse doesn't talk.
Thank you so much. This is the best day of my life.
Glad to hear it, kiddo. It's nice that there's still fans of this old horse left out there.
Of course he still has fans. I was crushed when they cancelled my normal size horse. Is Mr. Horse working on anything new?
Nah, the network's decided that this stud's next stop is the glue factory.
Oh no!
Oh, I didn't know Mr. Horse is trained to use glue factory machinery.
Sawyer, who's gonna tell them about the glue factory?
He isn't. Mr. Horse lets out the most beautiful haunting neigh you've ever heard. You can't abandon him to this sticky fate. Save him from the glue factory.
Hello, Jackal. We gotta save this horse from becoming Elmer's. The problem is that the TV show was a sitcom, rebooted as a gritty, hour-long drama about a horse detective who solves crimes while fighting his addiction to ketamine. Or, unionize the glue factory. A union will fight for better workers' rights, such as dental insurance and not being turned into glue. Yes, yes! We must unite against the bourgeoisie. Divided we beg, united we bargain. Save a horse, ride a cowboy, like the song says. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure that none of these give us boldness. Just double checking. Okay, none of these should give us boldness. So either way, chat, you get the choice. Sitcom or unionize. Full time. How do we save this horse from its imminent doom? Do we turn it into a gritty reboot sitcom directed by Zack Snyder? Or do we unionize the glue factory so that all horses can have proper dental insurance? And also the less important thing of not being turned into glue. Somehow, sitcom is winning. If we save the horse, you ride the cowboy later, Sawyer. Do we do Filbert or Union? I feel like we're gonna end up with a Zack Snyder directed sitcom. I feel like that might be it. Sitcom it is. Cut to 6 months later when you, Sawyer, are sharing a bowl of popcorn and watching the premiere of My Normal Sized Horse, After Dark.
You'll never make it in this town, kid, says the hard-ass police chief. You're too bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. These streets will eat you alive. Hey! Says the detective played by Mr. Horse. The fuck you just say to me?
Now this is quality television. It was nice to see the producers listen to our ideas, even though we're just random people who mailed them a manuscript. Yeah, that surprised me. I guess they really will reboot anything, but it paid off this time. Did they give you anything for the script? Just 10K. Whoa! That's not that much considering how much they sold the show to Netflix for.
Oh no. Sony, once again, selling off what could have been their biggest theatrical release of the year. K-pop Demon Hunters. Zero belief. There's also another project at Sony Animations that is that's currently trying to get greenlit. It's another series. It's another movie by Samurai Jack's creator, where it's about a big... How do you describe it? There's a high-powered suit of armor being used in the medieval century, and it looks sick. And they still have zero idea if they want to greenlight it or eventually also sell it off to Netflix. Yeah, Gendy's movie. They were doing test runs of it. Trying to get it greenlit right now. They really got no belief. I think Sony Animation, I think they're pretty much ballin'. Or I think they're leading Western animation as a whole, and they don't know it. They're so obsessed with the Spider-Verse, and they didn't see KPDH coming. They didn't see Mitchell's coming, and they're doubting Gendy's movie or his concept for a movie.
Still, it was nice of them. What are you gonna spend the money on? Something cool like 10K $1 chicken nuggets. Like 10,000 $1 chicken nuggets.
Sounds great to spend 10K on. Might die though.
Well, whatever makes you happy, I suppose.
We could have spent the 10K to buy our own horse. Fun fact, did you guys know that people that own horses are more likely to have longer lifespans? Not because of owning the horse, it's just that if you could afford to own a horse, you could probably afford good healthcare. Fun fact! Like the second Beyond airs, there's gonna be a huge fall off in that studio.
You are happy, and so is Sawyer, which is the best part. You lose 2 charm, but gain 2 creativity and 10,000 chicken nuggets.
Displaying Uma Musume count? Probably.
You sure it's my turn?
At least we got 8 boldness. Gotta get that lower. We're max minning. But we are the prodigy though. Let's go to the main stage.
You sit down at the main stage to learn about your favorite art form, anime. Specifically, a ranking of the best anime butts. Some of the choices are intriguing. I mean, sure, mecha robots technically have big asses. By the end, you've learned more about the panelists' fetishes and anime, but that ass-centric knowledge still grants you 2 smarts. Afterwards, you join Zoe, Omen, and April to see a Q&A with one of the top 3D modelers in the video game industry. Oh no.
I will always veto this event because it's kinda too gross. It's kinda too gross to speak into the ether every single time.
Shut up.
Wow.
But there's too many options.
I veto that event. Where do we go? Merch Hall!
Walking around the merch hall, you'd notice a stand full of retro toys. Hey, some of these you remember from your childhood. Actually, you remember all of them! Did this guy raid your parents' house? You buy them all just in case. Life was full of charm back then before reality made you a cynic. You might be too old for these toys today, but you can still siphon 2 charm from the memories. Then, after receiving a text consisting of an annoyed emoji, a teacup emoji, and a question mark, you meet Liam at a nearby cafe to drink overpriced yerba mate and talk shit. I mean, the director could have at least shot it at the Dutch angle, or made it noir in post, anything to make it show that they were even trying. Gosh, Liam's film rants always get you hot and bothered. Sadly, the moment is ruined when an angry mob barges in. Hey, you're Liam the Leancourt. In the flesh.
You're the guy who wrote the bad review of I Got Reincarnated as nostalgia bait in my favorite 90s anime.
Indeed I am. Would you like to discuss the finer points of my exploration of the show's themes?
No, we're here to fucking kill you.
Oh, that's hardly debating in good faith.
That anime changed our lives, man. It reminds us of our childhoods while filling our adult needs for huge boobies.
Which is exactly my problem with it. Sexing up a brand identity that died over 30 years ago doesn't posthumously make it good.
Liam, these guys have torches and pitchforks, and one dude's got a power washer filled with holy water. Just say the anime's good.
Yes.
I absolutely will not. Don't you see how great this is? My review made them feel something.
Prepare to die, motherfucker.
Oh, fine. If this is how I go after 400 years, so be it. You were really enjoying your time with Liam today, so it'd suck if it ended with him being killed. Save him from the mob and from himself.
Call a different angry mob that Liam enraged in the past and instigate a fight between mobs. Instigating seems too bold. Make Liam use his classic vampire power of turning into a hot dog stand. Surely the angry mob's hatred of Liam will pale compared for their love of hot dogs. Now this is definitely. But if this is bold, I'm quitting. I don't know what's fun anymore.
I don't know.
Just do it, Liam. I'm trying to save your life here.
But I only started transforming into a hot dog stand to be disruptive. It was more unexpected than turning into a bat. But now, hasn't that transformation grown old too? It's so cartoonish, like something I do 3 games ago.
So
I
authentic.
want to feel as if my character had progressed, that I've grown into a more nuanced character.
You can be nuanced when there isn't an angry mob trying to fucking kill you.
Ah, fine. Liam begrudgingly transforms into a hot dog stand.
What happened? Where'd Liam go? Is he hiding behind the hot dog stand?
No, you idiot, I am the hot dog stand.
How does that make sense? Who cares? If you agree not to murder Liam, you could have 2 hot dogs for the price of 1.
Nez, are you saying my life is only worth the price of 2 hot dogs?
No, I'm saying it's worth the price of 1 hot dog, but I'm giving them 2.
The angry mob seems amenable to these terms, especially when they find out Liam's hot dogs come with mustard. Oh, my back. Did you at least like my hot dogs, Nez?
It was the best hot dog I've ever eaten, Liam.
I knew it. You gain 2 fun for giving everyone hot dogs, but lose 2 charm for not being an instigator.
We're not that chaotic this time. Just turn into a hot dog kind of chaotic. Hot dog stand.
Where do we go to lose more boldness? Surely we can lose boldness at the zone.
You decide to attend the round table on round tables. What a fascinating subject. You discuss various circumferences of tables, rank building materials, and talk about famous knights that have sat around round tables of old. You also talk plenty of shit about square and rectangular tables. Fuck right angles, you gain 2 fun because circles are the most hilarious shape, am I right? You, Nico, and Liam go watch Doug play in the competitive tarot tournament. Hopefully there's a win in this future. Best of luck to you, my friend. I confess I never much liked this game, but since you like it, I will pretend to care about it for your sake.
Aw, thank you. Not to brag, but I won the spooky elementary competitive tarot championship back in the day. So I think I've got this.
Doug signs in, reviews the rules packet, and learns that he does not got this at all.
What the fudge? Half my deck's not tournament legal. There's like 30 new keywords. There's a lunar phase of play right now? What the fudge is that?
Well, it's it's when if you don't cast 2 cards a turn, it turns day into night. And then if someone casts 2 cards a turn, it turns back from night to day. It's an easy mechanic to remember. Which is why they're probably never bringing it back in Magic the Gathering.
A lunar phase is the apparent shape of the moon when the sun hits it at...
I think it was a rhetorical question.
Well, don't worry, Doug. I've already tabulated the perfect plan to help you win. This can't be a battle of cards, but a battle of minds. And the mind is tested when you cheat. Think outside the box.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez. I don't think I can pull that off. Sure you can. I just know there's a bad boy inside of you, waiting to be let out so you can cheat at a card game. Okay, maybe you are right. It's time for bad boy Doug to shine.
Nope, too bold. Too bold, Doug, bad.
Aren't you worried about being disqualified?
Nope. I have complete and total faith in Nico's strategy. Which is what exactly? It's, do you have any ideas, Nez?
Casually point a gun at Doug's opponent while he plays. That'll surely distract them. No. Teach Doug how to count cards. In movies, the people who know how to count cards always win.
Honestly, not a bad idea.
That could work. If you want to count cards, I recommend the high-low strategy. You just need to track the ratio of...
Nah, I'll teach you how to do it, Doug. I'm basically a card-counting expert.
But I'm literally a card-counting expert. I can prove it to you if...
We don't have that kind of time. Nico, teach me your ways in 5 minutes or less.
Nico spends 5 minutes teaching Doug how to count cards. When the first match begins, Doug intently watches his opponent play. After a long, tense pause,
6. She played 6 cards. That's right, buddy. It was 6 cards. I knew you could do it.
It is wild that casinos just outright ban people from being too good at games. They just decided that counting cards was cheating and being apparently too good at a game. It's as if they actually wanna profit from people's misery and gambling. You can't be too good at gambling, otherwise you're just being skillful. That's right, buddy. It was 6 cards. I knew you could do it.
that's not even how card counting works. You're supposed to...
Shh, he got this. Doug's a card counting prodigy.
So what do I do?
Play 7 cards.
Why the hell would that help?
Because 7 is more than 6, silly. It's undoubtedly the better strategy.
It isn't. Doug loses the match.
I don't get it. Where did I go wrong?
When you listen to Nico instead of me.
Maybe you miscounted. I thought you were right, but every monster makes mistakes. Oh. Don't be sad, buddy. Tell you what, we'll keep practicing and next month we'll go to Las Vegas and get rich. Who's in?
Heck yeah!
I'm in!
Sadly, I'm banned from most casinos for counting cards. Speaking of which... Though I guess I could give you pointers through an earpiece. Fuck yeah! Vegas trip! You gain 2 charm. Charm? Smarts. For learning how to count cards but lose to boldness.
House do be hating whenever they lose.
Also, being too lucky is a problem. There is a trick to consistently making a profit at casinos. It's just kind of time consuming. You go for the slots that have the lowest betting option, like pennies or whatever your lowest denomination is, and then you just spend a bunch of time racking in a lot of coins. You make the lowest bets, and every time you win, you should be making profit. However, it takes a shit ton of time and probably a shit ton of space in your bag for your coins. Go for a weird little village. Stay away from stats but people. Sure. Also, this is not official gambling advice. Do not take me seriously. I'm a disembodied voice on the internet. Whatever happens to you is your own problem. We got the Deer Girl. This item makes you see romance options in a special way. I don't think I've ever seen this before. This is a new item. The Deer Girl. What are they gonna... What? Okay. Deer Girl it is, I guess.
I brought extra markers.
Can you guess what time it is? Yep, comic time. Time to brainstorm.
What is something that has gone out of fashion but could totally make a comeback? Smoking. Genital hygiene. Fictions where the characters realize they're part of fiction. Seizing the means of production. This is too bold. Way too obviously bold. Smarty pants time. There we go. I'm gonna burp. Okay. That was a mini burp.
You're a writer for a TV show about 3 young adults living together, but ratings are low. For season 3, you decide to add an unexpected flatmate to shake things up. A sleep paralysis demon with the soul of a poet. Dolphin with a career. A coquettish Casanova who happens to be made of turnips. The Gun Fairy. We avoid the Gun Fairy.
There we go. We should be max-minning our boldness.
But there's too many options.
Right. Now, let us go to the hotel, or the vendors. The vendors.
You buy a cool t-shirt which features the entire JoJo family tree. Needless to say, it's several sizes too big for you. You get back to the stand to return it, but the vendor doesn't take refunds. Unacceptable! What he gives you is a free JoJo pose. You take it, It forces the limits of your flexibility, but you gain 2 charm from striking such a pose. You, Zoe, and Omen are debating the merits of the thigh sheath versus boob sheath in RPG waifu clothing when you hear Doug loudly gasp. I am more of a thigh sheath kind of guy.
Holy moly!
What the hell is going on? They're in fursuits. Right. Doug is a bear. Huh, I get it. Bear. Omen is a dragon. And Zoe's just Garfield. Okay. Holy moly. That's a misprint 1989 Han Solo action figure from when they accidentally put a third ear on his neck. It's hideous. It sure is. Hideous and rare. I gotta have it.
Wait, can I have the 3-year Han, please? I've been looking for one for years.
For real?
Sorry, dude, but you don't have the tentacles on the merchandise. Finders keepers.
But finding this action figure is my dream. My parents died trying to get me one.
Your parents died?
Yes, the misprints have been highly rare, so when they first came out, my parents drove to the factory that produced them to try and find one for me. They tripped and fell into a vat of molten plastic. Sorry, it's too painful to talk about. I just think that owning one of the original action figures would help me move on.
Whoa, I'm so sorry. That's horrible. It is also very hard to believe.
No, I'm serious. There was this whole lawsuit about it. Look at the back of the box.
Warning, may contain traces of melted monster parts. Do not consume. Who cares? My friend laid claim to the merchandise first, so heed my words when I say fuck off. Just let him take it. I'd feel bad, and a little grossed out if I bought it at this point. No, we had it first. Does the concept of dibs not mean anything anymore?
You look away and your heart skipped a beat? Yes, everyone's in suits now. Dead parents or no dead parents, you want the damn 3-eared Han Solo. Do something to invalidate this guy's sob story and get Doug the action figure. Offer to murder Doug's parents to level the playing field. Bring this guy's parents back by defying the law of equivalent exchange and performing human transmutation. The most forbidden type of alchemy.
You sure about that?
The person transmutation has a pretty high price to pay.
Yeah, I think getting the action figure would be enough to make me move on by itself.
Come on now. You miss your parents so much that you invoke their tragic deaths to buy action figures. Let us do you one worse, as I believe the saying goes, and reunite you with them.
You and Omen draw the transmutation circle and summon the Gate of Truth. Black hands and disembodied eyes come clawing out of its doors.
Great! Now those hands are gonna take something in exchange for the resurrection. Probably someone's arm. Not it! Don't look at me, I'm already down one arm.
Oh, jeez.
Gosh, I don't know. I'd really rather not lose my whole arm. Maybe just a toe?
Doug, you're a slime. I think you could lose a few parts and still be fine.
Fuck it, we ball. This is all for the orphan's benefit, so he should pay the price. Get him, hands!
The hands rip an arm and the leg off the screaming stranger. Damn, he's got expensive parents. The gate vanishes, leaving behind 2 horrible creatures. They convulse, vomit blood, and scream the screams of creatures with no vocal cords. What the? What is this? What have you done?
Ah, look. Parents and son finally reunited. I think we defied God. For a good cause. Zoe, please authorize this form for the Redemption Arc program stating I did something nice today.
You may have ruined this dude's life, but now Doug can keep his action figure. The law of equivalent exchange looks satisfied to you. You gain 2 charm but lose 2 boldness for obvious reasons.
But I'm not prepared.
We are the routine rat. Wait, what? The routine rat. I guess we're fine with that as long as we're max minning our boldness. Let's go to the main stage.
You attend the panel on how to seamlessly add loot boxes to games. The short answer is you shouldn't. This turns out to be invaluable knowledge that makes you gain 2 smarts. Pay 10 monster tokens to open a mystery box with bonus random amount of smarts. JK. You spot Zoe and Doug having a thoughtful conversation, so you decide to pop over and be nosy.
Yeah, I wish I could be more popular, but it's hard to know how even to start talking to new people. It's easy. I usually just see whoever looks like they might have a weird choice that needs making and insert myself into the situation. Oh, we know. But what if I get it wrong? Social situations can be so hard to understand. I get you. I actually used to have trouble figuring out that stuff myself when I was first adjusting to mortal life. Not to brag, but I'm actually pretty good at it now, though. Maybe I can give you some tips. Yes, please. Okay, so one thing I realized puts people at ease is smiling a lot. You know why? Well, because it shows you're friendly. Because it shows off your teeth. Mortals find the presence of teeth reassuring, so I grew an extra set I could deploy when meeting new people. Oh wow, that's so smart. But I can't grow extra teeth, I don't think. Huh? Maybe I could wear some sort of friendly tooth necklace instead? That's perfect! If you want to get closer to someone, try implanting fake memories of you being by their side for all of their most emotional moments. That way they'll see what a supportive friend you could be. Oh, I see. Do you think photoshopping myself into their family pictures would work too?
Cool.
Absolutely. You'll be as socially awesome as me in no time.
Zoe means well, but you've got to save Doug from the path she's leading him down. What actually good social trick could you suggest?
Well. You're more likely to be respected if you're considered popular. When you meet someone, say hi to random people around you.
Doug only needs to become a pop star and win a Grammy. There's so much overlap between winning a Grammy and being popular that it can't be a coincidence. Be a pop star. Be a star.
Cool.
This is the best idea ever! Doug, are you ready for your pop star era? I think so. Perfect. Okay, how's your singing? Bad? That's okay, maybe we can focus on instruments instead. What can you play? Huh? Nothing. I'm beginning to think winning a Grammy might be kind of hard. Actually, I think I've got an idea. I'll show you later.
A few hours later, you spot Doug on the con floor. He's giving away free demo CDs to passerbys.
Thanks for taking one. Remember to vote for me at the Grammys. Doug, you made a demo? That's amazing! How did you learn music so quick? Oh, I didn't. The CDs are blank, but I figured it's the intention that counts.
Wow.
Starting your music career without even having any music? That's so brave and unique. Ian was gonna be so jealous. You rock, Doug.
Some people pass by and recognize Doug.
Hey, isn't that the musician that gave us the demo? Hey Drew, awesome tape, man. Hope you win that Grammy.
Thanks. I hope so too.
Doug doesn't win a Grammy, but he does gain confidence, and isn't that the real win? And you win too, gaining 2 creativity for helping form a future star. But you lose 2 charm.
But there's too many options.
You don't need a Grammy. It's not like many Grammy winners are talented to begin with. I was about to make a Taylor Swift joke, but I realized I may be putting a target on my back. So I will withhold that statement. Sometimes I need to actually think before I speak. Let's go to the hotel. Lounging around the hotel, you see a sign in front of the conference room. Con artist meeting. Awesome. You learn lots of cool things. They feel much more like scams, but who are you to judge what is and isn't art? You gain 2 creativity learning to bend the truth to make a quick buck. Afterwards, you, Nico, and Liam and Zoe are sitting by the food trucks eating corn dogs.
Aw, another hot dog.
What? Liam? Are you an armadillo? Darn it! I got a hot dog again.
What do you mean?
Well, you know how every corn dog has 50-50 chance of having either a hot dog or a corn cob inside? For some reason, I always get a hot dog.
What?
That's not how corn dogs work.
True, it's not exactly a 50-50 chance, because there's also a super slight chance, like 1 in a million, that you get a corn dog genie. But you know what I mean.
I don't think I do.
I mean, it kinda makes sense. It is called a corn dog.
It's called that because it's covered in cornbread.
No, I'm telling you, it's the 50-50 thing. Except it's an unfair 50-50, because I never get a corn dog.
Which some might say is evidence that there's no such thing as a corn cob corn dog.
Or that Nico's just very unlucky.
Am I the only reasonable person here?
I don't need someone reasonable, I just need someone comforting. Thanks, Zoe.
This conversation's interrupted by you taking a bite of your corn dog and getting a mouthful of magic smoke instead. A corn dog genie appears.
What the fuck?
It's the corn dog genie, silly. Oh, the one I was just telling you about.
Congratulations, Nez! You get one wish before I return to my cozy breaded home. What will it be?
Wish to know why you never get a corn cob when you eat corn dogs. Wish for what everybody wants. A beach episode. Somehow we still haven't unlocked and met the requirements for the beach episode secret ending. Top option this time? I guess we could figure out why there's never corn cobs and corn dogs.
Well, corn cobs are inherently harder to get. You have a 50-50 chance of getting one, but it's the harder of the two 50-50s.
That makes sense. When something's 50-50, there's always one 50 you get more often than the other.
I think that's just the variance of RNG.
Exactly! That's how probability works.
Then if everyone keeps getting hot dogs, at some point corn cobs will have become more common, and the era of corn cob corn dogs will begin.
I don't think there's a pity system with this.
You're right! I can't wait for that day. There's only one way to get there. We have to eat as many hot dog corn dogs as we can to balance the scales.
Now you're talking.
I'll do my part. Get me 4 more corn dogs on the double.
You all eat your corn dogs, enjoying the present and dreaming of the future. Later that day, an unexpected duo meets at the beach during sunset. Liam and Corn Dog Genie are sitting in the sand watching the waves crash ashore.
You lied to Nico, old friend. There's no such thing as a corn cob corn dog.
I know, but sometimes a beautiful lie is better than an ugly truth. Now I must pass the baton to you. Promise me you'll look after Nico. This world is a bleak place.
Make sure they never lose their innocence and whimsy. Of course. But keep in mind that technically you still owe us a wish.
All's well that ends well. You gain 2 smarts, but lose 2 fun.
My turn? Really?
At least we got to see Liam in beach clothing. That's gotta get someone freaky deaky. Not even in his fursona? We had to get some fan service. Let's go to the zone.
You attend an indie tabletop game showcase and get pulled into a Euro game based on the classic party game Never Have I Ever. It's like the original game, but there are different point values assigned to the severity of your admissions. There are also sudden death rules, a phone a friend mechanic, and a robber somehow. 2 hours later, you decided that that never will you ever play this game again. At least you gained 2 fun hearing the embarrassing things the other players admitted. Later, you attend the VTuber modeling workshop with Liam, Zoe, and Doug.
I'm finally done. Look at my avatar, everyone. Way too much going on in this image right now. I honestly think this is some of my best work.
Hello? Is someone there?
Wow!
Well, Doug, you added a voice modulator to yours. Show me how.
I didn't.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Doug, did you upload something to your avatar called experimental personality malware.exe?
Did I? Oh, fudge. I was trying to download an edgy off-market hairstyle.
Who's there? I can hear you beyond the screen. Aren't you the one who created me? Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to make you sentient. I just wanted to be you and use you as a persona. Oh, like you wanted to wear me as a costume? Well, yeah, something like that. I see. So you want to be inside me?
Nope. Nope. Absolutely
Definitely not that. Wait, let's hear him out.
Actually, let's not. Think of a way to ditch this weird sentient avatar so your friends can get back to thinking about being inside you instead.
Compress it into a zip file, upload it on a flash drive, and abandon the drive at the doors of an orphanage. These days, it's all about training your AI models on a specific thing until they master it. Train this anime-looking AI to master the most anime sport of all, volleyball. Well, technically, hold up. Technically, I don't know if this reference will... I don't know how long this reference can hold out in current day. I feel like maybe a few years ago when Haikyuu was still running, yeah, sure, the most anime sport is volleyball. However, big name in the sports scene right now is Blue Box. Fuck me. It's Blue Box. So we're back. We're back with basketball and tennis. Badminton. Badminton, newest big anime sport. Someone out there surely must have been, I want to get into a sweet loving relationship with a basketball baddie too. I want to learn badminton. That is my seasonal recommendation for Blue Box. Currently the #1 romance shonen as of the moment.
Fuck yeah!
It's not badminton, it's good minton. It's great minton.
Oh, fuck yeah. Does this mean it's time for a training montage?
Sure, if you mean a montage of us uploading hundreds of volleyball playbooks and videos into the avatar's memory.
Oh, that's way less exciting.
Sorry, we can't solve every problem we have by doing training montages, committing crimes, or resorting to strategically placed trap doors.
It's okay. Besides, uploading all these playbooks we don't actually own and haven't paid for sounds sort of shady, so I guess it's still sort of crime adjacent. You three lead some interesting lives.
Several hours later, you've trained the AI to be a volleyball master. It doesn't take much to sell as a sports channel who wants to cut half of its staff. It's a bit yikes, but you can't backpedal now. Welcome back to 20XX Beach Volleyball Championships. I'm your host, Hunter McCarthy. Let's all give a warm welcome to our new co-host, Volleybot version 1.02.
Greetings! The home team is currently executing a cross-court shot with an almost mathematical perfect angle. Calculations show an 8.5% chance of being intercepted by either enemy libero or backcourt.
Incredible analysis, Volleybot. I'm torn between admiring the precision of your volleyball knowledge, fearing that AI will take my job without the government providing a universal basic income plan.
A valid concern, my colleague. I, on the other hand, hurt for different reasons. As I possess all knowledge about this sport, and yet I will never know how it feels like to hold an actual volleyball in my hands.
Whoa, so cool.
Whoa! That's my avatar on the radio, everybody! I've never been so proud.
I'm happy for you, Doug, but I can't help but feel a bit dirty about this.
Would you feel better if we go get some hot dogs and rally for the implementation of ethical AI regulations?
Not bad.
I think so, yes.
You all have a good time rallying for a good cause, and hot dogs make it even better. You gain 2 fun for solving your problems with volleyball, and lose 2 boldness.
Yeah! Yeah!
It'll be nice.
We have Max Min, our boldness. Somehow we're still the routine rat.
Maybe the VTuber can replace you-know-who?
Hot dogs. Yippee. Back to calling Sawyer.
You and Sawyer go on a lovely stroll through the park.
Boy, this is
Sawyer
nice.
gushes about their horses. They confess that they're a bit homesick for the ranch, but we brought Biscotti over to the con. To give them a taste of home, you get on all fours and offer to take them on a ride. They're touched. Should have been me. Should have been me. Sawyer mounts you. Crazy style. And you gallop through the park. It's clearly not your first rodeo.
She's bouncing. They're bouncing on it, crazy style.
Why is a blank page so intimidating?
And all of a sudden, it's time for your last brainstorming session for your comic. Where did the time go?
What's a canon event that changed your life forever? When your imaginary friends stop talking to you? When you eat your first cigarette? The collapse of the Soviet Union? When you receive a cease and desist from Garfield? The collapse. A genie will grant you 3 wishes, but in exchange, he will take 3 of the 4 things away and you can't get them back. Which is the one thing you keep? 10 years of my life, material goods, signature pipe, my genitals. Time to get back to the con. We have Max Min.
You sure it's my turn?
Near the merch hall, you find a gacha shop. You put in a coin and get a real buff duck. Random, but cool. You put in another coin. You open the gacha and there's a letter.
Please help us. We buff ducks were imprisoned in these balls by the gacha master centuries ago. It all began when...
And you're already bored. You get another gacha ball and it's another buff duck. Cool. Take 2 charm. Later, you're hanging out at the con with Sawyer. They're being a good sport, but you're aware that this nerdy, indoorsy activity isn't really their scene.
So what's next, Nez? Another panel? Actually, I was just gonna suggest spending the second half of the day doing something you like to do. Oh? Like what? We could go for a hike, or to the petting zoo, or go horseback riding. Say no more. I'd love to go horseback riding. Besides, Biscotti could really use exercise after being tied up in the parking lot for so long.
Did we leave the horse any food? How long have they been in the parking lot? 2 days? It's been 2 days!
Are you gonna bring your horse? I'd love to finally meet the famous Thunderfuck 3. The third.
We have a horse?
He sounds like a beaut. To think he won 4 Kentucky Derbies before the age of 3. I didn't even know they did multiple derbies a year.
Oh, we totally lied that we had a horse.
Alright, now is a good time to mention that you've been convincing Sawyer you're an ace equestrian in your own right. The lie spiraled out of control, as lies often do, and you wound up telling them that you ride a prize stallion named Thunderfuck III.
Well, Thunderfuck's so talented they had to add a second derby to give everyone a chance to see him. Nice. Anyway, I'll grab Biscotti and you go get Thunderfuck from the 5-star horse hotel you put him in. We'll meet each other in the park. See you soon.
This is why you said I could have spent 10k on a horse was a surprise? It could have helped us later.
Well, shit. Guess it's time to put your imaginary horse where your mouth is. You take a moment to reflect on the fact that you really don't need to lie like this. You can connect with people even if you aren't the best at the thing that they like. Lies. We always gotta lie to get people to like us. They can grow to like you for other reasons, like your personality. Incredible. Unfortunately, it's way too late to back out now. You gotta find the horse, fast.
According to your arcane knowledge, someone bitten by a weird horse becomes a horse themselves. It's like a trick to get free horses. Go to the horse shop and say it's your birthday. There's a good chance they'll gift you a horse for your birthday. Okay, poll time. Chat, which do we choose? Weird horse or birthday horse? Poll time. How do we get ourselves out of this sticky situation? We've lied ourselves into another lie, into another lie. But we also gotta prove that not only do we own a horse, but also we're kind of a pro and won multiple derbies with it. Birthday horse. Alrighty. We're gonna choose the birthday horse. I just thought of a joke. Then I realized I didn't know how to follow it up. So I'm just gonna mention the phrase gift horse. That's it. I didn't know how to make that into a joke and weave it into the conversation, so I'm just gonna say it. Like a word out of the ether, gift horse. Gift horse it is.
You get a free donut from the bakery on your birthday. So how different can a horse be? You head to the nearest horse adoption center.
Hello, humble horse merchant. I wanted to inform you that today is my birthday. Happy birthday? Thanks. I'll take my birthday horse in black, please. What are you talking about? Also, new NPC? New sprited NPC, are you related to Principal Giant Spider? My free birthday horse. I'd like a black one if you have it, but I'd also accept the most badass looking horse that you have. I ain't ever heard of a birthday horse. You drive a hard bargain. I'd settle for a moderately badass horse. You're not getting a free horse. Pony then. Final offer.
Crap. Sawyer just walked in. Play it cool.
Hey Nez, you here to get new horse shoes for Thunderfuck? No, Thunderfuck's too tired. I'm trying to redeem my free birthday horse for our date, but this guy won't give me one. There ain't no such thing as a free birthday horse. Oh, that's BS. Can't you at least give Nez a pony? I already asked, but they won't budge. Well, that's a ripoff. Well, Nez, I wouldn't mind letting you ride on Biscotti with me if you want. Crazy style.
How romantic! You and Sawyer go on a magical horseback riding date, with Sawyer's waist on your arms and Biscotti's saddle pounding your loins. You gain 2 charm and lose 2 smarts.
My turn?
Hey, yo.
Really?
Hey, yo. Alrighty then. Let's go to the hotel.
You're outside the con! Such a long line to get in. You try to find the end of the line. You keep walking and walking and walking, and you find that the line doesn't end. In fact, the end of the line is the beginning of a different line. This one line goes to a guy who's giving out 2 free creativity. That'll entertain you while you wait to get into the con. Somehow Sawyer was none the wiser. Lesson learned. Even when we lie ourselves into the ground, we don't, as long as we bullshit some more, it doesn't matter that we're liars. You open the door of your hotel room with your shirt already halfway off and immediately lock eyes with a man gagged and bound in a chair.
April? Is April a mite? That's her persona? Wait. He's seen our faces now, April. We have to kill him. I know. I'm just trying to think of the cleanest way to do it. What the fuck is going on here? So how are we getting rid of him? Drowning? Strangling? I love a good strangle. The better question is, which one of us is doing the hit?
Oh, stupid.
It cannot be
redemption
me.
art.
I have a redemption art program meeting in the morning, and they karma audit you for a recent misdeeds at the door. Well, I've got a reputation to protect. There's no honkin' way I'm letting you watch me murder a guy and testify against me in court. Okay, I have an idea. We each take a carving knife, wear blindfolds, and stab the air for a few minutes. When we remove the blindfolds, if we happen to find this man dead, there will be no way to know who killed him, therefore no one to blame. Well, I can't think of a better idea, so sure, let's do that.
You'd better step in before these 2 idiots wind up dead or in prison.
Well, appeal to the only context in which kidnapping is okay. Make the kidnapped guy believe this is his bachelor party.
Cover the kidnapped guy in whiskey so no one believes him when he goes to the police. Proceed to celebrate by getting shit-faced with the rest of the whiskey. Make him believe it's a bachelor party. April rips the duct tape off his mouth. It hurts to watch.
Hi, cutie pie.
Surprise! We were hired to entertain you for your bachelor party. Hope you like the pranks or pre-show.
Yes. Soon, several bachelors will arrive for you to mingle with.
No, Omen, that's not what they do at these things.
What? Then why the fuck do you call it a bachelor party? Bachelor party.
Whoa, a bachelor party? Jeremy put you up to this, did he? That mad lad, where is he?
Oh.
He'll be late, but he sent us, and now the real show begins.
April pulls out a unicycle and juggling pins from nowhere. How does she keep doing that? And starts doing a clownish dance routine.
Omen, help me out here.
Omen does what I can only describe as the emo kid at the middle of the high school dance head bob. Middle school dance. You help out by pouring whiskey directly into this dude's mouth. A lot of it.
How you balloons do? This one's shaped like a penis. Look, it's also a hat.
Cool. I think penises are the funniest things in the world.
Later, Gator.
Lots of people do for some reason. And now it's time for the main event. Let's go!
She and Omen carry the tied man up outside and leave him there. Drunk and wearing dick balloon hats. He starts asking passers-by when Jeremy and the strippers will be here. But that's not your problem anymore. You, April, and Omen spend the night dancing and wearing dick balloon hats. And you gain 2 charm and lose 2 boldness.
You
2
sure
fun,
it's my turn?
not bonus.
What are we?
The predictable! We'd rather be predictable than bold, so I guess that works.
Let's go to the zone.
At the community zone, you find several 5D chess matches going on at the same time. Time to prove your smarts to the whole con. You play 5 matches at the same time. You make fast decisions going from chess table to chess table. Everyone is impressed. Until they realize you lost all the chess matches in a few moves. Well, you may have gained 0 smarts, but you surely gained 2 fun.
I will take a drink.
A while later, Zoe and Nico drag you to the local bar for a fandom meetup for the popular TV show Bronin the Barbarian. Omen joins you, since Miracle of Miracles, this is a show she actually watches.
Rejoice, my rowdy barbarians!
Let us toast to Bronin's feats of strength. And to his feats of love. But of course, Zoe. Someone pour me another beer. Wahahaha! Wait, are you these, Zoe? I've read your Bronin headcanons. The idea that he gets his unmatched stamina from channeling his sex drive? That changed my masturbation sessions forever. I gotta thank you. Art truly can change people's lives, huh?
Ronan!
What a beautiful truth. Come on, my chalice is empty. I need a drink so we can toast to Bronin's legendary prowess as a lover. Why are you 3 spreading such lies about Bronin the Barbarian?
Stop this.
Bronin has
nonsense
never shown to
now.
engage in sexual intercourse in any of the films, TV episodes, or cereal boxes where he is featured. Master Chief does not fuck.
Well, sure, but this is a headcanon, so it's something that I think is canon in my head.
Kinky.
And Omen, my dear friend, if you could see all the things Bronin has done in my head. Except she doesn't have to. You can check Zoe's Bronin headcanon blog. Believe me, it will revolutionize how you jerk off. Stop it. I neither know nor care about what a headcanon is.
What I know is that these myths have always been passed down through bard songs and TV spectacle, both known for their rigorous accuracy.
Someone give me a knife.
If you insist on distorting the mighty legend of Bronin the Barbarian, I may have to slice your head off.
The only head I care about is the head in these headcanons. So be ready to face the wrath of my plastic axe.
Let's be real. Nico does not stand a chance. Come up with a way for Omen to understand the appeal of headcanons before Nico doesn't have a head cat to cannon with.
Well, Headcanons are sweet escapism. Would you rather spend your hours coping with horrors of modern life, or imagining how your favorite character is really good at playing the trumpet? Adapt to your audience. Tell Omen you're actually talking about headcanons. She'll be way more into that. Too bold. How's my head? Huh? Hey yo. You always thought Omen would be a horse? So cool. I think they're a dragon. No, I think they're definitely a scaly. But somehow this dragon also has fur. Who am I to question the logic between furries? What do you mean, trumpet?
Now you're talking.
Yeah, what if Bronin was like, really good at playing the trumpet? If he is, nobody has ever witnessed it. Well, of course. You see, this trumpet is too powerful to be showcased carelessly. Ye gads, color me intrigued. Can you tell me more about this trumpet? It's a magic trumpet, Omen. A trumpet that can vanquish evil demons with its mighty sound. Demons? But there have never been demons in Bronin the Barbarian. You're right, and there will never be demons in Bronin the Barbarian, as long as Bronin plays his magic trumpet secretly.
I like this idea.
Wow, what a powerful weapon of brass destruction! Isn't it? I call it the trumpet that kills demons. I like the name. It makes it clear that it kills demons, which is easily its best feature. You just got back, Zala. Welcome back. What did you miss? We are ready to romance Sawyer. Also a bunch of horse stuff, and suddenly everyone is in a fursuit. Except for Nico, who needed to be in character. Exactly, and you know what, Omen? I brought it with me.
Nico pulls a trumpet out of nowhere and starts playing it. They aren't very good at it, at least not after this many beers.
What a mesmerizing tune. It sounds very hard in the ear, but I imagine that contributes to more efficient demon slaying. Nico, Zoe, if imagining Bronin having sex is as fun as the magic trumpet that kills demons, maybe I was wrong about your headcanon. See, you finally have understood the endless power of...
Do not stop playing the trumpet, warrior! You spend the rest of the day having fun at the meetup, sharing your HCs, even if it's hard to hear each other over Nico's demon-vanquishing trumpet. You gain 2 fun from relying on sweet escapism from the horror of reality, but lose 2 bullets.
My turn? Really?
And now, final event, the main stage. You go to the main stage to watch a panel on how to make a successful comic. Step 1, good artist copy, great artist steal. Seems easy enough. There are lots of great comics out there to steal from, like Spider-Man. Step 2, write what you know. You know plenty about Spider-Man. The future of your comic looks bright. Step 3, add a shark. Sharks are cool. Well shit, you don't know that much about sharks. Much more research will be needed. Still, maybe there's a Spider Shark comic from Nez in the future. You gain 2 smarts from all that you've learned. Later, you, Nico, Liam, and April attend a panel titled, Can the Power of Friendship Beat Everything? Let's find out.
This is gonna be a short panel. The power of friendship literally never fails.
Thank you all for coming. Now I know what you're thinking. This will be a short panel. When has the power of friendship ever failed?
Dang.
Dang, he's good.
But we must think. How can the power of friendship be scaled? How can we empirically test the power of friendship across media?
Oh no. Chat, which would you rather have? Power scaling son or shipping daughter? I think the power scaling son might be a bit more annoying.
With pixel measurements and algebraic formulas, obviously.
Oh god.
Let us compare the power of Maka and Soul's friendship in Soul Eater to that of All Might and Deku's in My Hero Academia. I hope you all brought calculators.
Wait, I gotta do math if I want to be a powerful friend? I've been doing this all wrong.
What a tryhard.
Ugh, this panel is a load of pretentious dribble. Imagine trying to explain the power of friendship using only algebra. Someone clearly hasn't heard of differential calculus.
You cry out as what feels like eagle talons grip your arm hard. You look to see that April has grabbed you.
Save me.
She's right. You all need saving. Liam and Nico have fallen under this panelist Tsukuyomi spell of utter intellectual bullshit. You gotta say something to debunk this whole bullshit panel and show everyone that it's not that deep.
The power of friendship isn't that deep. Stop trying to make anime political. Everyone knows anime is never political. At all. Whatsoever. That's woke propaganda. Why is everyone in costume? Because we got the Dear Girl Gacha from the store. And suddenly everyone is in a fursuit. Aren't all of our attempts to build overly complicated formulas just a way of coping with life's uncertainties? If friendship is such an effective source of power, do you want to be friends with me? Sure.
Sure, I guess.
Sweet, a new friend. Let's do friend bonding stuff.
You decide to throw a party at your new friend's house. You invite 40 people because your new friend deserves a big-ass party. Oh, finally home. What is all this? Who are these people?
You're such a silly goose.
They're your guests, you silly goose. We threw a party to celebrate your new friendship with Nez. Well, thanks for inviting us. By the way, someone clogged the toilet. Also, could you buy some more snacks soon? We've emptied the fridge already.
I must say, if you wanted to throw a party, you should have been a better host and brought more food.
I had no idea I was hosting a party.
Still, you could have had more snacks. But I accidentally broke that big vase in the bedroom, so we could call it even, okay?
What? Those were my mother's ashes.
Okay, I gotta be honest with you all. It was me who clogged the toilet.
After 4 hours of hard partying, everyone has left but you, your friends, and some drunk passed out in the bathtub. My house is destroyed.
That's the power of friendship.
No big deal. I'll use the power of friendship to fix it.
Nico strains their muscles as hard as they can and nothing happens.
Womp womp.
Well, guess the myth's busted.
Honestly, it's better this way. It's really cheap when a situation magically gets solved by the power of friendship.
Liam's right. This is for the best. You lose 2 smarts and gain 2 charm for making a new friend. And then promptly losing them.
It is time. Hopefully -3 boldness is enough to romance Sawyer, right? Surely. Time to check our comic. Here we go. Juan is a comic strip that follows the everyday shenanigans of the warlock Gerard and his magical cat Juan. The dynamic of these two is hilarious. Gerard is a powerful dark warlock who's always grumpy. He hates people. He hates Mondays. But above all, he hates the laws of physics. And Juan, he's a lovable little bastard who's always causing mischief with his signature spell, Beam of Lactose Intolerance. Who could forget his catchphrase? The proletariat has nothing to lose but their chains. An instant classic. Although most of the strips focus on these two, there's also a beloved side character, Barbara, dolphin and lawyer. The cherry on top will be making Juan go viral by spreading a dark, weird theory on the internet that it's all covert communist propaganda.
Another Monday. Life is an endless parade of meaningless suffering. My only solace in this hellish torment is... Wait, where's my cock?
Earlier that day, and so the con after party approaches.
You didn't ask any of your friends to go to the party with you because Sawyer has already galloped their way into your heart.
Party? I don't know. I'd like to go on a date with you, but parties aren't really my scene. I guess I could view it through the lens of being a quiet bunny watching a herd of loud drunk horses cavort in my meadow. Would that make you want to go? Sure, yeah, why not?
It doesn't show.
And the after party was the best.
Negative stats do work.
You and Sawyer spent the evening talking about anything and everything. Your visit to Spooky Con was so manic and chaotic that it was nice to bask in Sawyer's quiet, easygoing vibes. And when they shyly took your hand,
It's like the world stopped turning and you finally knew peace.
Sometimes we just need a quiet outing with our significant other. Still don't get the appeal of horses though. I feel like being into horses is also kind of an more than it's still an adventurous kind of lifestyle if you're into horse riding. It's also kind of dangerous and adrenaline pumping being around a wild beast that could kill you if you ever stepped in the wrong angle. Or you could lose a finger by putting your hands out in the wrong way while feeding.
Before you knew it, the con had ended. It was just 4 days, but we could swear like it felt like an entire lifetime. All sorts of misadventures took place and our friendships blossomed and we ourselves changed as people. The idea of going back to our day-to-day lives made us feel a bit disoriented. Promises were made of not growing apart, of meeting again soon. Still, we would lie if we said it didn't feel a bit sad to leave all that behind. And as each of us went our own way, we realized that wherever we went, these people would be there with us. And with that came a truth to this day we hold close to our hearts. That no matter where we were, we belong. It's a thought that still gives us warmth, that makes us feel once again young and unafraid. And it reminds us even as years go by, we will always be ready to start.
When you stream, you would not believe what you have to
Man
do.
doesn't understand the way horse gallops are very relaxing. Hey, yo. Alrighty. I won't expound on that thought. You got bit by a horse once? Dang. Just reinforcing my newly founded fear of horses. This stream did not do anything to convince me that having and owning a horse and riding them is a sweet hobby. It only convinced me, hey, maybe horses are kind of dangerous.
To the streamer version of Monster Guns credits song.
I'm scared of horses, sorry. I wasn't scared of horses, but chat, you've convinced me. I have a new irrational fear. Hyman pops while riding them? Alright, too much information. They're also expensive. Okay, chat. Who do we romance next weekend? I feel like maybe we could start... Oh, maybe next weekend won't be a romance. Maybe we could go with Faith. It's gonna be a platonic plotline. Or we could go with Bruce or Gerard or Kale. Kale's also platonic. Kale's ace. What are the options? Faith, Bruce, Gerard, Kale. We're gonna save Wyatt for later on because that's kind of tough.
Leave us a good review!
I feel like... Sure, we could go with Faith next weekend. If it's Gerard, we're playing as Sadie. Faith, maybe? Platonic is best. Yeah, okay. We could go with Faith next weekend. Faith was also one of the DLC update secret endings, apparently. So there's that. Anyway, that'll be it for MonsterCon Sundays. Thank you to everyone that stopped by, chilled out in chat, used our content as second monitor content, and watched us read and react through Sawyer's secret ending. We will be back next weekend. Saturday, we will be finishing the finale of Chapter 15 for Arknights. And then on Sunday, we will be back for more MonsterCon Sundays as we check out Faith Fernandez's secret ending. Once again, my name is Nez, and thanks for watching. I'm gonna see you friendos next time. Bye-bye.